Watch y'all boys, you feel me? How y'all boys been? I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all boys see the new setup, you feel me? I got kicked out, nigga. I'm in the storage room now. Alright, shit, fuck it. The worst family on TikTok got even more disturbing. Let's get to it.
Half ago, we introduced you guys to the most terrible family on TikTok, the Brazilian Jenkins. A family of then 6, but now 7, living in a 1-bedroom apartment that was absolutely disgusting. And just to catch you up if you're unfamiliar, this is a family who had a...
At some point, y'all gotta start having a pay to have kids. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause what the fuck you mean you got 7 fucking kids in a 1-bedroom apartment? Do you not love y'all? Do y'all not like condoms? Nah, y'all niggas gotta stop it. Y'all gotta stop it.
Tragic financial situation, and honestly there was a lot of discourse about them being poor, broadcasting it on the internet, potentially using their children for content instead of focusing on things like getting a job. But on top of that, they were people who were misusing and abusing animals. I don't even know if we could say that on YouTube. Still continuing to get pregnant and still avid drug users. They would sleep in their own bedrooms with luxury items like PlayStations and movies and hell sheets and comforters that were clean and bed frame.
Dad takes his first evening off in 150 days so him and the kids have a gaming session. What the fuck?
And subject their children to sleep in the living room where there were cats, fleas, rats, roaches, and no bed frames in sight. And
what
all
the
because
fuck?
The father...
Help a girl. My hubby said if we can flip our financial position, this doesn't have to be our last baby. And I'm really not ready to stop having it. Bitch, you should have stopped at number 2. Talking about, bitch, I'm not gonna gun. You need a GoFundMe because you want to keep taking dick? What? You want niggas to say you been on GoFundMe because you want to keep taking dick? Raw. No, you're fucking sick, bitch. You're fucking sick.
Didn't want to work and the mommy wanted to be some mommy influencer. Now,
like,
back then, it was disgusting. Everybody was on the side of it being just one of the terriblest situations on the internet. But what if I told you it got worse?
After debating for some time, we decided we will not have indoor cats when we move. Prior to me and Drew getting together, I had 1 cat and he had 1 cat. The cat that he had was a stray that came in from outside, and the cat that I had was a cat that I received from a friend. Becoming a family, we brought in 2 other stray cats.
Bitch,
so at one point, we did have 4 cats in this apartment.
What?
Did not last long, not even more than a couple of weeks, and then
y'all niggas do you have abandonment issues? That's what I'm seeing here. Or you're lonely. You doesn't even, why y'all gotta be around so much shit, huh? Like
you like always been a free spirit, wanted to go outside, and so we let her do so. It's always been my opinion that if you have cats and they act like they want to go outside, let them outside. They're animals. And I don't mean for that to sound any bit insensitive. To me, it seems like you're doing the cat a disfavor.
Did she just take the door off the wall?
Where they want to be happy.
Did she just take the door off the wall?
And let's be honest, as much as we love our fur babies, they sure do mess up the inside.
Bitch!
I miss waking up to cat hair all over my counters.
Is that another door?
That's probably more than likely why we dealt with a flea issue to begin with. We just wanted our kids to experience having their fur babies inside with all the cuddles they wanted.
Wait a minute.
What,
bitch,
please?
The fact that you threw your cats out. Imagine how bad a household has to be to where the cats are actively running away. I can only imagine if the children had this level of autonomy, what they would be doing. Now she's trying to dress it up by saying, hey, we leave bowls of food and water outside, but you know, that doesn't mean we're abandoning them. That's cap. There's a term for it called dumping. That's releasing a domesticated cat to the outside wilderness for anything and everything to happen to them. Now, even if this does mean leaving out
wait, gang, they were strays. I gotta get niggas benefit though. There's 2 strays there, you feel me? Some cats be going inside the house. I can't say that it doesn't happen. You can't do that now. All right. Gotta keep it a band. Gotta keep it a book.
Tuna for them on the occasion. That is still a crime. At least is ethically bad. This woman is so worried
cats
about
always do that, though.
Public perception and their image that even in situations where she honestly doesn't have to share, nobody's even asking for this, or you know, she could do some right. She is still filming it and trying to garner support from the internet. She's still e-begging. She's still pleading and prodding. She's not even taking handouts from her own mother, who is on social media begging for her to come home with the kids.
Watching my daughter make decisions to stay with a man who clearly does not care about her, doesn't care about those children, continues to bring her down, keeps her from even having the sense to reach out to her family and ask for help. I know you watch her videos and you see, oh gosh, she really hates her mom. There's really, you know, I'm not convinced she hates her mom. I'm convinced she knows that I'm the one person who could rescue her, who could set her straight, who could help her come to her senses, and she's too scared to reach out to me. It's hard when you are living in the type of relationship that's...
The dick can't be that good. You feel me? The dick cannot be that good. And even if it is, bitch, stand the fuck up. The dick can't be that good. It can't. It cannot be. That he made you have 7, it might be actually. That made you have 7 kids in one apartment. Got them all in the fuck. Bitch, you gotta stand up.
She's in to admit you're wrong and leave. I've seen it firsthand. I worked as a domestic violence advocate. I know it doesn't happen overnight. Anyhow, I haven't said a lot because I don't want my words to get twisted. And for it to drive an even deeper wedge between me and Stephanie, I hope at some point our relationship can be reconciled and we can move past this. I haven't seen my grandkids in over a year. I have a new grandbaby who I've only seen on social media when other people post videos of my grandbaby. The whole situation is heartbreaking and I have no other words to say about it.
Now, her mother's on the internet giving her a place to stay. And the reason why she took it to the internet is because there have been past situations where people have been asking, where is your family? Where is your mother? Where is anybody who loves you? And she has vehemently denied that anybody is in her place and space, you know, her corner to really support her. But here she is with somebody saying, hey, you need to get out of the relationship that you are in order to protect not only your peace, but your children at this point, who you are subjecting to mistreatment and misbehavior, and come home. But no, Stephanie wants to make it her own way. And the only thing that I don't like in this situation is her painting Drew as the solo assailant of, you know, misbehavior towards these kids in this situation. Now, while he does have a litany, I mean, a myriad of claims against other children that he has in the relationship, which I will go into in a second here, it's also true that Stephanie has these same issues. She is doing the same things because this isn't the first time. This is like the second time she's been with somebody who is detrimental to children. Sure,
what the fuck?
Issues with your mom. Hell, that's why I'm not home right now. Let me not even do that.
What the fuck, nigga?
Don't slap me. But it's clear that the Jenkins are mentally unstable, and their inability to make clear and conscious decisions for the betterment of their family is hindering everyone.
Like, bitch, you don't have to say dick that much.
Just cut on the camera and keep talking about the dumb shit. Wait, hold on one second, other Omar. I've got an opportunity for my other viewers. Look, it's springtime. Really interested, and you are.
That's a lot of ads. Great amount of ads right there.
Make extra income. Just go ahead.
Move out date tomorrow, and in case you didn't catch on, we did not find a place, so we will be going to a hotel and getting a storage unit.
What the fuck, bro?
Taking my mom up on her offer on me and my kids going to stay with her. That is just not gonna happen.
So before you go to your mom, who has a house for you and your kids to stay at, you're spending money on a hotel and a storage unit that y'all barely can afford because you're ignorant and the dick that good. Bitch, you gotta do better.
Lady popping up right now, it sickens me, honestly. And that's
it sickens you?
Because a part of me that's healed on everything that she brought on my past just does not want to spend any time on her.
Let's be real here. The only trauma that your mom brought onto you was you not being able to sneak out while you were 15 and suck on some dick and suck on a crack pipe. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say I'm being toxic relationships between mother and daughter suck onto you was you not being able to sneak out while you were 15 and suck on some dick and suck on now I know a lot of people are going to say I'm being too harsh, but the reality of the situation is I'm not even going to invalidate her because I believe that there are toxic relationships between mother and daughter, but the decisions that you have made going on to into your adulthood, like I'm inclined to believe
how the fuck do you wreck up 7 kids, bitch?
Trying to paint her out to be.
Now I know you're thinking, well, what about the cats? If you guys didn't find a place to go and you didn't find anywhere for the cats to go, despite the monster that everybody blew me up and wanted everybody to believe, I never wanted to abandon these cats. But from my research, maybe I'm wrong on this, but all of the shelters and sanctuaries in my area are tapped out for resources. I wasn't able to find any family or friends to take them while we try to figure this whole situation out. It's freaking sad, and I don't think many people are going to understand it.
Bitch, was that a cockroach? Hold on, wait, y'all can see my little. Hey, wait.
And while we try to figure this whole situation out, it's freaking sad, and I don't think many people are.
Wait.
Gonna understand it.
Okay. Never mind.
Animal control back myself.
Never mind. I thought I seen the roots.
I don't want these fur babies actually to be abandoned. That's the last thing I freaking want.
She's so fake pissed.
There might be a roach. Never mind.
And call animal control instead of letting her mom even take over the cats. This is literally her admitting to abandoning the cats. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking. Omar, she literally said that she called, animal control. But there is evidence. There is video evidence of people finding the exact same.
Got her on 4K
in her house on the street.
4K?
Do you guys remember how the Resilient Jenkins left their cats outside right before they got evicted? This is Shaylin, and she saved the Resilient Jenkins cat, Milo. This is how Shaylin found Milo right outside the apartment that the Resilient Jenkins were living in. And as you can see, He's missing a lot of hair.
What
These guys
the
are even so stupid
fuck?
that there's video that I'm not gonna play here, even though I'm not an animal rights activist like, you know, PETA or whatever the case may be. I think that this video and these actions are disgusting though. But there's video of Drew, the husband, father, whatever he is, deadbeat in question.
Nigga said
literally picking up
deadbeat.
and throwing the cat out of the apartment. I'm talking about taking Puss and Boots and throwing them out of the
Bumbo!
apartment while they are cleaning up. And
That's
I'm not even
crazy.
necessarily a cat person. I don't like animals at all for real. But
If it ain't a
I
dog,
do
I don't
see
fuck with it.
the
I'm
fact
cute,
that
man.
if you take on a responsibility, you just don't throw it out on the street like this. You don't just abuse this. You don't just let cats go out into the streets that are domestic animals, starve them. They look like they have mange and they're all types of battered and tattered for the world to then handle your problems. But the way that she's trying to dress it up on social media lets us know that she takes no accountability. This is a family
At
that
all.
lacks accountability. And to further hammer
Not even a family. It's parents, bitch. You let a deadbeat ass nigga with no goals in his life for real, but the 9 to 5 plug you. He made you so delusional that you dropped 7 fucking kids. Never mind 6, 1 on the way. Like what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
point of her not being able to take accountability, her and her baby daddy could not find any sort of living situation. She claimed that they tapped out of all the resources. She claimed that they, you know, did what they could, but they could not find a home for their children. So they decided to stay in some sort of motel. On what money? I have no clue. But she's had to move from motel to motel multiple times, painting it as a problem with, you know, whatever system they're going through to get these things. But again, this is totally on the two adults who aren't getting employment to take care of their children.
Come along with us while we update our motel room and give us a little bit more space. Quick Google search of this place will show you what the inside of these bedrooms look like. Motel
Bitch, is that
room.
piss?
Now this one that we're moving into, it has a full-size couch that pops into a queen-size bed, a bunk bed, and then the bed is a queen-size bed, not a full. And of course,
Hear the little nigga in the back crying. As a parent, though, your son is crying because of their living situation. They don't make you want to do better with your life. He ain't asked to be here. He was a forced nut. He ain't asked to be here.
Of course, we're going to move the bassinet over as well, so if you can do the math, that's more than enough bedding for everybody. So this one comes with a full-size fridge. The bathroom is separate from what we're going to be using as our kitchen area. No more toothbrushes right by the cooking area. Definitely going to be a little more comfortable while we're here. I'm going to be brave and show some of the clips of the process, because while having a village is ideal, it's just Drew and
I'm gonna be brave, bitch. You're stupid. Talking about you gonna be brave, bitch. You're stupid. You could have went home to your mom. You can't put your pride aside to go to your mom for your kids, and you shouldn't be a mother.
I who do everything.
Not having a village, aka turning down the help that's
I'm
there
saying.
by simply leaving this deadbeat that you're with.
The dick can't be that good, bitch. I promise you that shit can't be. Merch.
Jay, you got kicked out. Like, stop trying to be something that you're not and actively do right by your children. We haven't really touched on it a lot in this video, but her complacent ass baby daddy is no better than she is.
At all.
Imagine I was chasing a toddler around and helping a fussy baby while Drew moved everything over. Isn't Drew supposed to be sore right now? Of course he's sore right now, but like I said, it's just him and I, and we have to manage and find ways to get things done.
Now I know what you're
That nigga just picking the fuck off. You see how nigga, he's trying to make it look like he's doing
He's
work.
sore right now, but like I said, it's
Look how
just
he's
him
holding
and
the
I, and
bag.
We have to manage and
Look, he's making it seem like that bitch heavy. You could have put some more shit in the bag and held it up with the other hand. You feel me? You're a fucking bitch.
find ways to get things done.
Now I know what you're thinking. There's a reason why she needs to initiate the conversation of Drew being sore and make sure that that story stays clean. Well, that's because Drew was in the hospital. You know, he's had a lot of medical conditions that have popped up, which is also keeping them and the rest of the family from getting what she classifies as a W-2 job, verbiage that nobody in their right mind would use.
Drew Jenkins is in the hospital. The dad of the resilient Jenkins just posted a video of himself in a hospital bed with a caption on the video that said, "Hey everyone, I'm not behind bars like I'm sure people thought I would be. I guess I had a 2 to 3 minute seizure and I didn't come to until I got to the hospital. We don't know the cause except I was a couple of hours late taking my heart medication." He then posted a video of his head with a slight red mark with a caption that said, "I hit my head on the wall and ended up with a few goose eggs."
Now, for all my seizure people in the chat, 2 to 3 minutes is not necessarily the most medical emergency ever. The prolonged ones are the ones that usually land you in the hospital. You know, those are the ones that are real signs of something going on. But let's say he did have a 2 to 3 minute seizure. He blacked out, didn't come to until he was in a hospital, which would happen.
You have a seizure, nigga, for a minute, and I'm going to the hospital. I ain't gonna lie. I can't play like that.
I'm out for, I would think like an hour, thinking about how, you know, long the seizure was. Somebody had to call 911, an ambulance had to come, or even these pregnant woman and her kids put him in the car. However long it took him to get to the hospital and then wake up after he was admitted, he had to be out for hours at this point, right? He hit his head. He would be so bumped up and lumped. That must have been a painful experience for you. It's crazy to me though how soon after he was able to move his TV and PlayStation into the home or the motel that they were living in. We sniffed this out, and with the help of social media,
if you gonna be a bum ass nigga, at least be a bum ass nigga that's a gamer. Bitch, turn the stream on. You made sure to get that P5 and all that. Bitch, be a bum ass streamer. At least. Come on. You can't be a bum ass nigga ass at the game. Let's be real here. Am I lying, Chad? You can't be a bum ass nigga and not be tough at the game. There's something wrong here.
Media,
what you do with your time?
Drew Jenkins is most likely lying about the fact that he had a seizure in order to avoid a court date with his old baby mama about some child support.
Drew Jenkins,
Bumbo,
you did not sit up there and play like you was sick and having a seizure to get out of going to court for that child support situation between you and your baby mama Arlita. That's nasty work.
Bitch, how you know her name? Damn, bitch, y'all niggas deep diving, delving into this shit.
That is lazy. Then you put Stephanie. You are the master of manipulation.
She look like
I've been
one.
with my man for 3 years and I really know him. Ma'am, I've known him since I was a fucking kid. I know his family. There's
As a kid, you're making it sound trying to wait. I don't like the phrasing of that. Something seems kind of off.
nothing wrong with him. You know what's wrong with him? He's a lazy. He don't want to work. He lied to the system. Now I know he ain't showed up in court. At the end of the day, it's his fault. At the end of the day, he chose this life.
The Jenkins family is full.
Nigga hate the condoms, bro.
They are manipulators. They are deceivers. There have been opportunity for them multiple times to get help, to receive some sort of assistance, to receive some sort of report, to make the process easier for them. But at every single turn, they shirk responsibility, and the people that hurt the most
are the kids.
Children.
Like, come on,
situation.
bitch, you let a nigga nut in you 6 separate times and pushed out 6 different humans. Oh, you should have stopped that number 1. All right, if you're gonna act like this, all right. Y'all, you made a starting roster for a basketball team, and you can't support them niggas. What the fuck is we doing?
The saddest thing, though, is that they continue to get online after all of this continues to be exposed.
They think they finna have that little come up story like some YouTube. Hey, if this was 2010, I mean, I said 2010. What the fuck? 2010? This is 2010 back in the day. With no TikTok, where niggas can get like posting allegations of you, they would have blown up. I'm keeping it. They could have blown up. I mean, rich right now. They could be the DMB nation of the shit. You feel me? No, bitch. Niggas know the real now. TikTok. Niggas will expose your ass. You're not gonna be the family of 7 on YouTube with 1 million subscribers, bitch. Y'all gotta get that 9 to 5 for right now. You feel me?
Again and again.
All right, Myron.
Instead of, coming to the internet and saying, hey, this is the responsibility that I have. This is, the help that I need. Can people help me with my fucking substance abuse addiction? They point the fingers at everybody.
And she's having crack babies too. Oh my fucking goodness. Not only are the kids broke, the parents broke, living in a motel, 1-bedroom apartment, shit just bad, fleas everywhere. They're crack babies? Come on, bro. Let's do better.
Else and take no accountability to the point where Stephanie Jenkins is in some car on some coked up or whatever type of drug fueled tirade,
Heroin.
going off in the most
That's a white people drug
manner
for real.
about her life and her family.
There's just a lot of speculation. Like, people know what's what about me.
Yeah, the sleeves rolled up a little bit. Heroin junkie, you feel me? A heroin junkie. I see one. I know when I see one. You feel me? Skin glowing a little bit. Hair look a little mess. Eyes lowered on some shit. The sleeve look played with. Look right here. The sleeve does look a little played with. You feel me? Heroin junkie. Hate to see it.
I'm not posting anything. I don't even know how to say it. I know that there's this term. You check yourself into the Facebook hospital where you're trying to seek attention. You're trying to seek people being pitied. You know, pity. Yeah, you're seeking pity. That's just not me and Drew. Okay, we're very too.
Bitch, you posted a video of you saying, "Can y'all please help me in our situation? I'm about to be pregnant again by a deadbeat ass nigga for the 7th time. Can y'all send me money?" What is that? Do I not know the definition of pity? Bitch, that's begging too.
To ourselves, and the reason we were gonna try to start sharing about his health journey was more just because it was on me. He wasn't even fully comfortable with it. It was me trying to slap people in the face with the reality that he's not just some man that sits on his ass and does nothing for his family. We've taken the steps, we've taken self-employment and pursuing different routes for not just his health, but my health included. And you know, I don't give a rat's hairy ball ass.
Yeah, heroin junkie. Only they can make that sometimes. Only they can make a phrase like that up. Cause I ain't like that. That bitch discombobulated me a little bit when she just said bitch. Or what? Say it again, bitch.
Not just his health, but my health included. And you know, I don't give a rat's hairy ball puck.
Hey, or rat's hairy ball puck.
Ball ass about
ball ass
statements of, well, I got this, that, and the third disease, and my husband has this, that, and that, and he'll still go to work and all that. Guess what? That's your decision. I've seen way too many people, way too freaking young. And when I noticed that, hey, if I keep pushing my body this, that, and the third way, I'm going to cut 10 years off my life. And the same for my man.
My man, stupid ass.
Worry about our health and be here for our kids as long as we possibly can. And I don't care if that bothers you.
At this point, we gotta stop. We've got to stop. Now they don't want to share their life, but they continue to post. Now it's about their health and their well-being as to why they don't, get some sort of employment. Literally, you said you were avoiding W-2 jobs because they don't work with your schedule and all this other stuff. But now it's
bitch. No one told you let that nigga drop dick in you for 7 years straight, so that you have 7 kids. Like, what? You're getting mad because you don't have time to take care of 7 babies? Because you let that nigga drop dick in you? Like, what? What? I don't think it's even a year. Bro, after 9 months, she was back in it.
About the health and all this other stuff like that. But the health wasn't the concern when you were having dirty and messy cats in your apartment, pooping everywhere, getting fleas and ticks and rats and roaches on your kids. Like, that was never a health concern for you. Nobody is buying any of these things that you are doing. Look, I never advocate for this. I never do. But if you're going to sit here and try to be disgusting, manipulate the public people, be selfish, and be an addict like this, I don't know if the system would be a better place for your kids. I'm willing to bet it probably is. Drew, relinquish your son to the other partner, the one that you made the baby with, his fucking mother, right?
Wait, the mama don't even got custody? Oh no, this is kind of bad here. Wait, if the mama don't even got custody, how bad is the mama? Wait, what? Shit, no, I don't know. Because you gotta pay child support and the baby with him. I don't know. Shit.
Full custody, none of this other weirdo shit y'all have.
Full custody.
As far as the other kids in the house, I can only pray for y'all. The saddest part about all this is that they plan on to continue to
having
make
kids,
babies.
That makes no sense.
Nasty fetish about having more babies and still being poor that's going around on the internet, and I can't condone that because this behavior is too common, and we got to stop supporting this shit.
Nigga, who is we? Nigga, who the fuck is we? Hey, but no, you feel me? Y'all wrap up. And y'all girls, you feel me? Just go for the girls right here. If a nigga's a bum, let that nigga hit one time and that's it, alright? Don't end up like her. Hey. One time at most, 2 now. Not no 1.5, bitch. Don't even get a nigga a quickie.